Okay. Oh, we're back. All right, we're here with Jen. We're here in D.C. right now. Speaker's Corner with Posey Parker. We have trans agitators. I'm gonna see if, I'm gonna try to talk to people. Yeah, so right now we have Rev Fem Jen. Sorry about that. I realized why we were frozen. That was totally my fault. We're here. We're in front of the Lincoln Memorial with Rev Fem Jen. This is Washington, D.C. Speaker's Corner. We have boots on the ground. I'm Brittany Rue of A Slightly Twisted Female. Kellie J. Keane is here from Britain, the UK. She is on a US tour. We have Jennifer Thomas on the ground right now, live as we speak in Washington, D.C., in front of the Lincoln Memorial. Women are trying to speak. They cannot be heard. And they're upset with the moms because they're pushing the moms, their kids. So that's what this is about. This is true. And every time women try to speak about this subject, they come. And usually there's more. But this one is thank you, Jamie. So Jen right now is talking to people on the street and they're asking what this is about. That's awesome. That's the way to do it, I think. They're just disrupting everything. That's the park ranger. This guy's mixed in with the crowd. I don't know what he's saying. He said say gay? Say gay? Well, how about stay gay? What are his thoughts of the fact that they're trying to drown out lesbians? So now Jen's trying to tell people to back up. They're getting real close and, of course, trying to drown out women. Women cannot speak up. So the cops are here, as you can see. See, as soon as she said, "Why are you so afraid of women speaking?" this woman starts playing a siren to drown her out. That is so rich. That's all they know how to do. That's all these people know how to do. So sick. TPS. See, if they weren't afraid. They're so disrespectful. I can't stand these. They're so disrespectful. That's all they know how to do is drown it out. They can't have a conversation because, God forbid, we make points that make sense. God forbid.
I know. They are really just nasty.
They are. Oh, TPS, that's okay. Imagine holding a gay pride flag and standing up for one of the most homophobic, gay erasure movements of all time. The trans movement is about erasing gay and lesbian people. It's gay conversion therapy. That way we can all be heterosexual. That way we can all be straight. That's exactly what's going on in Iran.
Brittany, they are so obnoxious.
Isn't it hard?
Fighting, and pretty much our thing is being disrupted because the equipment, our piece of equipment, so you can't really hear us.
Keep trying to engage with some of them if possible, if you feel comfortable. If not, don't. But if you see anybody you feel like you can debate.
We have Kara Diensky. Kara Diensky is giving us.
Oh, let's see, Kara.
So basically, they're just following Posey. Around.
So they're following Kellie J. Keene around and I guess harassing her. All they know how to do is drown out. Because they don't have a rebuttal. They can't engage with the arguments. This is what happens. Mimi Russ says, how is this legal? Exactly. It shouldn't be. And this is what we're going to look back at. This is the capture. That there are certain groups who are above the law. So we have someone says trans rights are human rights. The most sexist and homophobic movement of all time. It's insane. Hi, Kellie. Hello. There she is. There's Posey Parker. We got Jennifer Thomas standing next to Kellie J. Keene. It is crazy over there. This is all they know how to do. They can't allow women to peacefully assemble. Women have a right to assemble. And to be clear, these are not protesters, nor are they counter-protesters. These are hecklers, harassers. These people are not coming to engage. They're not coming to, there we go. There's some people on our side. Women. Women can speak. Save the tomboys. I love it. Save the effeminate men, the effeminate boys. Gender non-conforming children do not have the wrong body. Could you imagine if they had just set up a speaker's corner next to us and just responded to everything we said? But they can't do that. This is all they know how to do. Block out the voices of women. Jen, just be careful of your finger. There we go. This is all they know how to do. So for everybody who doesn't already know, next Sunday, November 13th, we are going to be in we're going to be in Philadelphia. There's going to be a Philadelphia Speakers Corner. Anybody who's in the tri-state area, who's in the Philadelphia area, is welcome to come out. Of course, they are accosting women. Oh my God, yo. I need to buy some equipment. So he's refusing to back up. He's like on top of these women. How is this okay? Right. They don't have work? Exactly. Jen said that they're just entitled, rich, white kids who no one has ever said no to. And isn't that not the truth? They feel entitled to stand on women. They feel entitled to trample us and to shut us down. This guy won't back up. He's literally standing on top of this woman. Oh my God, yo. This is why we need... This is not okay. And this guy has weapons. So this guy has two... This man has two 2x4s. And before they were chanting, "We will not play nice. Trans rights, we will not play nice." What is that? Some kind of a threat?
Trying to intimidate women.
It's exactly what it is.
Nothing better to do than try to intimidate women. Fucking hate women. You hate women. Guys are pathetic. People are pathetic. And it's not handmaiden. It doesn't know what shit from Shinola is pathetic too. This one's probably Munchausen mom. Munchausen mom. They're so messed up.
This is sick. All they know how to do is drown us out. Could you imagine if they actually stood by with their own, had their own speaker's corner afterwards and responded to anything? Because they can't. There is no rebuttal. There's no defense for this. All they can do is censor and shut down. That's a great shot, Jen. That's a great shot. Thank you.
A nice shot. Yeah, nice shot.
Again, this is in front of the Lincoln Memorial. This is so insane.
Right with that phallic symbol behind us.
Yeah, the big penis. The nation's erect dick.
Am I allowed to swear? Because I've been swearing.
It's fine. I mean, try to I don't know if this will be monetized or not, but
I'll try not to now.
Yeah. Thank you so much for going out there, Jen. We need boots on the ground, you guys, because you know what? This is what's going to make people start to notice. We need regular people to notice, not just people on the internet. We've got to get out there and get on the ground. Next Sunday, November 13th, Philadelphia, Speaker's Corner. Kellie J. Keene is going to be there. There's Kellie J. This man is holding two 2x4 blocks. He's holding two weapons. And they're chanting, "We will not play nice." That's insane to me.
Look at this one. Look at this one. Look. That is right on space.
What is he doing? Is this, of course it's a man. Of course it's a man. Of course they're wearing masks.
Go back to your little Ivy League college that your mommy and daddy paid for.
These people are so shameful. Yay, Rory! I can't wait to see you on Sunday. They're just screaming. How about you people give an argument? So the police are there. What are the police doing? Will the police enforce the noise ordinance?
It's really about, they don't care that the noise is bothering this client. They don't care that there's a handicapped person here that can't see, and this noise is disorienting. But they just keep going. There's a chick in there putting the buzz. Oh no.
Oh, so there's an officer right in the middle. Good. Is he making him get out? There needs to be some. Yeah, there we go. Get him out. See you later. Bye. 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 See ya. See ya. It is insane.
This is their communication.
Yeah, this really is like the level. This is like the level of intellectual rigor that we're dealing with.
Mental health in America is so messed up. Like we have a big problem. We have a big problem. There is just too many people on drugs and having mental health issues.
Yeah, clearly. And this is what happens when we normalize chaos, when we normalize disorder, when we normalize nonsense, when we make upside is, down is up is down, right is left, when nothing makes sense.
Sounds like she might have had singing lessons at her very expensive way.
Who's singing? Is that her singing?
What I'm guessing.
What the hell?
Well, the rest of us, are fighting for our rights.
I don't like how that there's no boundaries. Like, we're not allowed to have a boundaried off spot, especially if we have a permit. And then the guy with the weapons. You guys, don't forget, tomorrow, go out and vote. We can talk about it, but if you're not out there voting, then it means nothing. We've got to get out and vote. We must vote. We must be out there. We've got to come out. We've got to show up. Look at this man. If he were to all of a sudden lose his temper and decide to take a swing with one of those blocks, he could kill one of these women. And that's what we're dealing with. What happened to the video? Yeah, there it is. We're back. We've got to vote, guys. We've got to get out there. The rights that we lose today will be the rights that our daughters never knew existed. Good. Get him out of there.
They're trying to intimidate women.
And he has weapons. Oh, look, it's a GAMP. You know that's a GAMP, right? You know that he probably is like out there trolling for chasing. It's a gyneangiomorphophile.
He's telling them that we have the permit.
Now they're chanting, "Let women speak."
They can scream in our faces.
we will. We will be heard. Kellie J. Keene said it. Kellie J. Keene said that they can put silence in our ears, they can bang in our faces, they can whistle and yell, but women will be heard, and yes, we will. We've got to show up. We need more numbers. Philadelphia, November 13th. We need you guys to show up. KDPG, if you're in New Jersey, please, we would love to have you on Sunday, November 13th in Philadelphia.
Can you hear it?
Not really because of the whistling. Marie says she's flying in from Tampa. We can't wait to have you.
I'm just gonna not try because
it's so disrespectful. It's so disrespectful that these women, it's so sad. These women are talking about experiences with sexual abuse. They're talking about experiences with body dysmorphism.
The woman up there is talking about how when she went to the gym, the mic on here isn't so great, so I'll just tell you what she's saying. When she went to the gym, there was a dude in there, in the locker room with her. And she complained and they didn't do anything. And it's just like, it's over and over those stories. And then you get the parents to talk about their kids that they got mixed up with the gender industry and are missing body parts basically. And they lose their voice. Once they take those wrong sex hormones, they lose their voice forever. You better keep your kid's voice on a voicemail because you'll never hear it again. And so these women are here talking about that, and these people just come and they just scream obscenities and just ridiculousness and absurdities. It's really something to see. And when we're in Philly on the 13th, you can come and see for yourself and speak and
yes
have your voice be heard.
Women will be heard. Women will be heard. And Jen and I are probably going to go live after Philly and in person. If anyone wants to come and do a sit down with us, we'll get a location.
They moved them a little farther away, and they have removed everything from them except this chick with the whistle. You see her?
Good. Well, at least that definitely helps.
That awful woman that thinks she's the leader.
Yeah, right. It's like she's gonna feel like such an imbecile in a few years' time.
She's got a whistle in her mouth. Do you see her? She's the only one using the noisemakers now.
Every single woman that facilitated this, that enabled this, that allowed for this is going to be begging for forgiveness in a couple years when this really... We got kids out here.
There's people coming around and taking pictures and trying to see what's going on. It's kind of interesting.
See if you can talk to the whistling girl and to get her to stop whistling.
Young ones, and they just moved them all over to the side here, so they're just moving them over. And here's our. So. Brittany, I don't know if you want to stay the whole time. I'm probably going to give a speech. Should I leave it on?
Yeah, just leave it on. Just leave it on and hold it. We'll be able to hear you because you'll be holding it.
All right.
I definitely want to stay. Maybe talk to Kara. Do you want to talk to Kara?
They don't let women speak. She's so pathetic.
Hey, Jen.
There she is. Coming coming out. Come on out. The real little shit.
Oh, good. I think they got her to stop using the whistle. At least.
They're disappointed that you're here.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Here, look at her. Look at her. Oh, that's now it comes out. The misogyny comes out now. Yeah. You must really suck hating yourself that much. Yeah, go ahead. Say shut up to me. Look at the little pathetic loser. Pathetic. Do something with your lives, you know. Just go do. Yeah, they always call me Karen. You know, they are terrified of Karen. They are terrified of Karen. You know what? Maybe. You should stop hiding your face. You wanna hide your face.
But how are they not Karen? What are they talking about?
Hiding their face? Huh? Who's hiding their face?
They think because they dye their hair pink that they're somehow, now they're like counterculture, they're oppressed.
The one girl was telling the women to shut up, and I mean, she has no respect for herself. She has no respect for women.
They're the Karen, they're the man, they're the ones who want to control everybody.
Like they can hear me over there, so I don't want to. Because usually it's so loud that I can scream. But
where's Kara Dansky?
Down. What?
Is Kara Dansky standing, or is she just listening?
I know, right? It's not. I know. You call us that all day long. Yeah, she's good. It's all these. It's all white men. It's all white people. It's all white men and white women. Yeah.
Yeah.
You do mind if I'm live streaming you?
Oh, hey, tell her I said hey. Tell her it's Britt. Tell her I said hey.
This is Brittany from Slightly Twisted Email. So.
Hey.
Yeah, she couldn't make it, so I did that. So now they're doing something over there with the cops. I think the cops are like telling them they gotta go, maybe. Look at.
What they're making the hecklers go, the terrorists.
Are you gonna go next? I didn't realize it.
God, I wish I was there. I maybe could have gone. I just.
Women don't have penises!
No, they don't. Yes, it's abuse. Thank you, Rory. Marie says thank you for streaming. Thank you, sweetheart. I really appreciate that.
Anybody else? Thank you.
Thank you guys all for sticking out for as long as we have madness today. We're not pussies. We are standing like women. Absolutely, thank you. Farewell.
They say goodbye.
Oh, they made him leave? Good.
Women will speak.
Women will speak.
Women will speak. Women will speak. So they've sent the little writer. it's wrapping up, and
okay. So I guess, did you get a chance to speak?
I'm sorry I can't hear you, but
oh shoot.
I don't want to disrupt the speaker.
Did you get a chance to speak? I don't know why you can't hear me. I'm just gonna I'm gonna do it. Okay. All right. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Do you hear me now?
All right. Well, I think I'm gonna go.
Okay. Bye. Sorry, guys. It's a lot of like. Oh wait, here we go. Built-in.
Brittany, I'm gonna go.
Okay.
I can't hear you.
All right.
Okay.
Got you. Bye. All right, guys. So I'm just going to. That's fine. That's fine. Let's see. All right. So anyway, sorry about that. It just seems like. Can you guys hear me? I don't know why I'm having so many technical difficulties, but it sounds like they're wrapping up. And I just want to let you guys know on Sunday, November 13th, we're doing Philadelphia live stream Speakers Corner. I'm going to be there. Kellie J. Keen's going to be there. Jennifer Thomas. I'm pretty sure that Kara Dansky is going to be there. We're going to have a lot of people coming out, and we need people on the ground. That's the most important thing. The more people that we have supporting us, let me do this one. The more people that we have supporting us, the better. As you can see, numbers are really, really important. They're really important. Let's see. Okay. And God, sorry this is so discombobulated too. Jen literally asked me like last night to live stream this for her. So I'm just like trying to get caught up. Let's see. Built in. Okay. Yeah, so I'm just trying to get caught up here. But I just want to let you guys know Philly is really going to be where it's at. I'm going to start printing everything out this week. So on Saturday, there is going to be a gathering in front of the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia. Sort of like a photo op and live stream. And then on Sunday is going to be the Speakers Corner with Kellie J. Keen. Monday is New York Speakers Corner with Kellie J. So now she's on the East Coast. Everybody who's on the East Coast, please. Let's see. Oh, is it still frozen? Let's see. No, I think is it frozen? Guys, let me know if it's frozen. Let's see. New York Speakers Corner with Kellie. Okay, no, it's not frozen for me. So sorry if it's frozen for you guys. So yeah. Philadelphia this weekend coming up. November 12th, we're going to be in front of Children's Hospital of Philadelphia. November 13th, we are going to be at a undisclosed location. If you want to know more, reach out to either Jennifer Thomas at, let me see what her handle is on Twitter. Let's see. All right, Twitter. I just want to be sure. I know what it is, but I just want to be sure that I'm giving it to you exactly as it should be. All right, so it's RevFem STB. So let me write that down here. It's right here. Okay. Got it. All right. Can you guys see that? It's RevFem here. Let me see that it, so make sure that it so RevFMSTBEAT, Jennifer Thomas, okay? You can also contact Connie. Her Twitter handle is CNNSTBEAT. H-A-H-N. Okay? C-N-N-H-A-H-N. Okay? You see it? C-N-N-H-A-H-N. Or you can contact me at a slightly twisted oh no, that's not my handle. My new handle is ASTF. So the acronym for a slightly twisted female, it's ASTFXX. ASTFXX is me on Twitter, on Instagram. I post stuff in my Instagram. I don't add everybody on Instagram. So if you want to add me on Instagram at a slightly twisted female, I post a lot of information in my stories. You need to DM me and let me know, that you're legit, not a troll. And I'm pretty good at IDing people. So right there, that's me on Twitter. I have my tweets are open, ASTFXX. So if you want to get involved in Philadelphia Speakers Corner this weekend, that's really, as far as I'm concerned, like, we're making Philly like a hub. And I know some people are concerned, I guess, about the city and maybe like the crime rate and stuff like that, and that's not, it's not that it's not a legitimate concern. It is, but where we're gonna be, I would say that that's really not a concern. A lot of like the worst parts of Philly are like not where we're gonna be. And we do have police who are gonna be there. We're gonna be surrounded by police, so I wouldn't be overly concerned about that. Yeah, but you guys, like, we boots on the ground. Anybody who wants to do their own speakers corner, you don't have to wait for permission. There's no like centralized feminist hub that you need to check in with and make sure that it's okay. You guys are more than welcome to set up your own events. If you need support for them, let me know. We can help publicize it. We can try to get people there and try to get people involved. If you know of other women who are on board, is it God damn it, is it still frozen? I don't know. Oh, it's reconnected. My internet sucks for some reason. It sucks. I don't know if I need a new router. I don't know if it's just whatever it is. My internet sucks right now, and I'm really sorry. Sorry. So I have another video that's coming up, and I'm back. I had to like focus on some other areas of my life. I have more cancer screening and other bullshit to do. So I took a little break. I'm not gone. I'm back. I'm here and I'm not going anywhere. If I'm ever like MIA for a little while, just rest assured that it's temporary. I'm in this for the long haul. So, like I said, Philadelphia on Sunday, November 13th, New York City, Monday, November 14th. Kellie J. Keene is, now on the East Coast. I don't know when she'll, I guess her next tour is going to be of Canada. So it's really important that, we show up. I really want to show out in Philadelphia. I'm going to be bringing a lot of people. And again, this isn't just for, the feminists who all know the uniform and all know exactly, who are all following the rules and all this sort of stuff. We need real people, okay? This is for women. If you're a woman, if you care about women, if you care about children, then this is for you and you have a voice. You don't need to wait your turn to speak. You have a right to speak, okay? And I want everybody out there. You don't need to have a YouTube channel. All you need to have is a voice, okay? Come out. If you have a megaphone, bring it. Bring your cameras. We need people on the ground who can videotape and record things as it's happening, and syndicate stuff. People who are photographers who can get clips. We need to circulate this stuff. Let's let people see how this goes down. Because as far as I'm concerned, the dominant narrative right now is that TERFs or, trans exclusionary radical feminists, or basically anybody who doesn't immediately bow at the altar of trans, is a genocidal maniac, is a fascist, is a white nationalist. Let's show them what a TERF really is. Because it's what I've seen from the places that I've gone, and when I've been to Speaker's Corner, I see disabled women. I see Indian women. I see black women. I see black men. I see older women, elderly women, young women. I see all kinds of women, men, brothers, sisters of every race, of every socioeconomic status, who are waking up and seeing that this isn't okay. And if we don't stand up now and stop this, we are setting ourselves up for a systemic just shutdown of everything, of every right and privilege that we've ever fought for. And it is going to be 10 times harder to win it back once we lose it. No, we're not the white nationalists. Let's show them who we are. We've got to show up. We've got to stop being afraid. I know some of us are worried about like our coworkers and our neighbors and stuff seeing us. But the more that people see that there are people just like them who realize that there's something wrong here, that I don't feel so comfortable bringing my granddaughter in when there's a paraphilic male readjusting his balls or jerking off into the sink. I don't want to have to bring my kids out into that situation. Once they see that there's other reasonable people, and it's not who they said it was, it's not the Proud Boys, it's not white supremacists, it's not genocidal maniacs, it's not crazy, people who hate trans kids. You want to know who hates trans kids? The person who hates trans kids is somebody who wants to sterilize a child before that they can even drive a car. You want to know who hates trans kids? It's the person who wants to cut off the functional, healthy breasts of a child who just grew them and doesn't feel comfortable in her body because she was molested from ages 6 to 9. Now that's who hates trans kids. Let's show them who's standing up. Let's show them who's platforming detransitioners, the people who are telling you that gender medicine has hurt them. And nobody's listening. Their doctors aren't checking in with them. Ask Shapeshifter. Ask Kat Kattinson. Ask every detransitioner I know, whether or quietly is speaking up about this. They're going to tell you these doctors aren't checking in with them. Once you stop showing up, Abel Garcia will tell you. Once you stop showing up for your injections, once you stop showing up for your prescription, they don't care. They don't know what's going on with you. That's why they're saying that no one detransitions. Why? Few reasons. The doctors aren't tracking it. They don't care. You're not paying them anymore. They're not even seeing you. The community excommunicates you the second that you express that maybe this wasn't a good idea. And they say, oh, you were never trans. Oh, this person is a self-hating trans person. This person is don't listen to them. Their family and all these other people who somehow got something out of them transitioning now are distancing themselves because they can't get the cool woke points by supporting you. It's not so cool and glamorous when you want to detransition, when you realize that this really wasn't all that you thought it was. That they can't use you anymore as some sort of a political puppet. We're listening to them. To anyone who's detransitioning, to anyone who's considering detransitioning, to anybody who is gender dysphoric and went along with gender medicine and got hurt, we are listening. We care. We're fighting for you. We're fighting so that this doesn't keep happening to children who don't understand what's going on. We're fighting so that trans housing parents can't sit there and offer their kids up of the sacrifice of the social media world where it's the extreme and bizarre that gets all the recognition, likes, comments, and clicks. We're here for you. To the lesbian who thinks that there's something wrong with her because she likes girls and she doesn't want to wear the dress and she wants to cut her hair short and she thinks that, hey, does that mean that I'm a man? But I don't want to be a man, but I feel like maybe then I'll be accepted. Then I can just be normal. I can be in a heterosexual relationship and, no one will bother me and I don't have to take on the, title lesbian because that's so charged. We're here for you and we're listening and no, there's nothing wrong with you. No, you don't have to hurt yourself. No, you don't have to do this. No, you don't have to sit there and accept self-harm through them or iatrogenic damage through these doctors. We're listening. We're here for you. We've got to show up in numbers because when we're doing it online, it's so easy to just push us into a corner or characterize us however you want. But when we show up in person and they can see who we are, it's not so easy to try to say that we're all a bunch of KKK members. It's not so easy to try to call us Nazis. When we have a black woman who is literally homeless and living in a hotel, who's on the front lines of this. When I have an Indian doctor, I have an Indian woman, a woman from India. That was who was just on the screen over there in D.C., who went through medical school, who is a physician, who is saying something's wrong here. And I'm having a hard time with my colleagues because if I even bring it up, I'm getting I'm getting called in by management for some re-education and counseling and stuff like that. Okay? So I want you guys to know while it seems scary to show up, while you think I don't really know what to say, I'm not good at public speaking, I don't really want to cause a stir, I don't want people to think that I'm hateful, being a TERF has such a bad rap. I can tell you there are so many people who are watching who know that you're right, who are waiting for someone to say it, and they're waiting for permission, and they're waiting for anybody to be the first one to do it. And I promise you are going to inspire others. When you're speaking the truth, you don't need to be afraid because the truth will always rise to the top. And anybody who's honest will hear it and recognize it for what it is. I promise you the numbers are growing. I promise you the tide is changing. I promise you this isn't in vain. But we have to act now because legislation is happening. You must, if you're registered to vote, you've got to get out tomorrow. We've got to vote for the way of women's identity and solidarity. And I understand we're at a crossroads right now with the abortion thing. But what you guys need to understand is if we lose the definition of a woman, not only are we going to lose our reproductive rights, we're going to lose every other right that comes with being a woman. We're going to have men in skirts deciding policy for us, speaking on behalf of us. And they're going to say, oh, it was this woman who decided that that's what we needed. When really it's a paraphilic, trans-identifying male. And they're not even trying to look like women anymore. They don't even put in the effort. It's literally just men taking over. Oh, God. Lisa Fenwick says, this hurts the most vulnerable women the most. Women living in shelters shouldn't have to sleep next to crazy homeless dudes. No, they shouldn't. No, they really shouldn't. No, they really shouldn't. And, victims of domestic violence, victims of sexual abuse should have somewhere safe to go. Do you know how hard? We didn't always have that. We didn't always have safe havens for women. If your husband was raping you, if your husband was abusing you, guess what? You better pray. You better pray that he finds another woman that he wants to leave you for. Because if he wants you and he's got his claws in you and his talons and he doesn't want to divorce you and you don't have family that can come and rescue you, you are shit out of luck. Until we got shelters, until we got spaces where women could take their children and leave a situation that is threatening to kill and destroy them. And now you have men waiting for you there. You think these men don't know how to sniff out the most vulnerable of women? You think they don't know how to get you when you are most defenseless, when you don't have resources, when you don't have a way out, when you're depending on the kindness of strangers or the state to give you somewhere to stay. You think they don't know that? Come on. We got to be the voice for the voiceless. There are 2 women right now at Edna Mahan Correctional Facility sitting in administrative segregation, aka the hole, aka solitary confinement, who are being punished because they were raped. They were systematically raped by trans-identifying males who were permitted to enter their space, and not only enter their space, but they were confined with them. Under any other circumstances, sex within a correctional facility is considered rape. Why? Because an incarcerated woman and an incarcerated man cannot consent to having sex. These women's lives are ruined. They are going to have children. These babies. Black incarcerated women are some of the most vulnerable women in the Western world. Black, Hispanic, incarcerated women, the vast majority of whom are sex abuse survivors, are domestic abuse survivors, and are being locked up most of the time for defending themselves or having to provide for themselves and their children. And they're being forced to stay with a trans-identified male who doesn't even put in an effort to even approximate the appearance of a woman. A full-bodied, fertile male who can get erect, who can ejaculate, and who can impregnate. And they're terrified. And you really mean to tell me that that's consensual? That if you are locked in a cell with a homicidal maniac man who is attracted to women and he decides that he wants to have sex with you, and you know if you hit that fucking button, A, he's gonna see you, B, they don't come. I can tell you they don't come. You're gonna sit there for 3 hours praying that what? That he just doesn't attack you because you're about to let them know that he's trying to rape you. No, you're going to just say, you know what? Do what the fuck you want so you can get through it. You're going to close your eyes and you're going to pray to God and try to disassociate until it's over. And you're just going to pray that you get through it. And then you wind up pregnant and they're saying you had consensual sex with that man? Come on. Come on. What are we doing? So, if you can, show up. Please do. We need you. You don't need to ask permission. There's no sign-up sheet. Okay? There's no head feminist who's in charge. We're all in charge. This movement belongs to all of us. Nobody is above anybody else. So long as you're a woman, so long as you care about safeguarding the rights and bodily integrity of children, this movement belongs to you. And you have a space to speak at Speaker's Corner. And we want to hear you, and you're already on the list. You just need to show up. That's literally it. Hey, Lavender Rose. Women in cages cannot consent. Absolutely not. Kiki, Strict 750. How did it ever come to this? There's no way this would have happened 20 years ago. As far as I'm concerned, the reason why, and I need to do a live stream with you guys, the reason why the government is so behind this is because they're fighting for control of the internet. This gave them the perfect opportunity between this, the pandemic. It's a way to control speech on the internet, and it's a way to motivate and energize people to hand over the reins of control and say, here, please, come in, take over, take control, because we can't handle hearing all the transphobic comments. And the beauty of it is that anyone can be trans. Anybody who wants to be identify with it, claim they're an ally. So now it's like, oh, I want to be on the right side of history. So yeah, we need to start adding in censorship. And it's just a useful idiot. It really is. It's a useful idiot. It helps a lot of things. It's going to re-energize the medical community. It's going to give, doctors pave a brand new way for them to make new money. Re-energize the economy, hand over control of the internet and censorship over to the government, and get people to allow it and hand it over. It's a useful idiot. And at the same time, convincing people that they're doing a great job and they're doing a great humanitarian thing for this made-up class that doesn't even exist. And anyone who wants to see themselves in it can. Stop worrying about what your friends from high school, who you graduated with back in 2003, 1990, think. Who gives a shit, okay? Forget about what your old, colleagues that you used to keep up with from your job 2 jobs ago, who still follow you on Facebook. Don't worry about what they think, okay? Worry about the children right now who are coming through school, who are being introduced to these ideas, and who are starting to think, hey, I hate my body. Hey, it didn't really feel so good for me when, I was being oogled because I developed breasts and I was being sexually degraded on a regular basis. And I think I actually might be gay. Well, maybe not gay. Maybe I'm really just a boy. Because I never really identified with girl stuff. I never really identified with, when I saw, Nicki Minaj objectifying herself on TV and talking about how good her pussy is, and Cardi B, that made me feel uncomfortable and kind of disgusted. So maybe I'm just not a woman. Maybe if I can just identify, I can get away from men like my uncle who used to molest me when my parents would drop me off at my grandmother's house. Maybe if I can identify out of that. That's who you're doing this for. You're going to do that so that little girl doesn't get sterilized at the age of 15. You're going to do that so that an 18-year-old girl isn't going to be thrown into premature menopause and has her entire internal balance destroyed for the rest of her life. I can't tell you what I would do to reverse menopause. I can't tell you what I wouldn't give. There's a lot. And we're doing this to children. So, who cares what your neighbors think? Because for every neighbor who's going to publicly check you and try to make a big scene on your page when you post some gender critical thing, you got 5 more hanging back and saying, thank God somebody said it. Thank God. Thank God someone's saying it. And they're going to start paying attention to you more. Saying, you know what? She's been sharing stuff that makes a lot of sense. Thank God someone's saying it. I'm not ready to say it, but thank God she is. And oh, wow, she just shared Women's Declaration International. Let me check that out. Oh, Posey Parker, who's that? It sounds a little bit familiar. Let me check that out. When you guys start sharing resources, then they realize, oh my God, there's a community. We're not alone. Okay, good. I have a space now. I'm not ready to share anything, but I can listen. That's how this stuff happens. That's how the grassroots works. But it only works if we show up. It only works if we bring people. It only works if we just be a little bit fearless. And I promise you, many hands make for light work. Come. You're another body, you're another voice, you're another signature, you're another sign. That stuff starts to add up. And together, we can start to push this boulder. I promise. All right, guys. I really appreciate you. Yeah, Strike 750 says in England they turn up in court in a dress because they know they'll get sent down, they'll get sent to a women's prison. No, that's exactly what's happening here too. All of a sudden during the court, things aren't going that well, and we're getting closer to sentencing, and suddenly I'm feeling a little dysphoric. I think now's a good time to let them know that I think I'm trans. I don't know that I'm ready for men's prison where they're not playing that. I think I'm trans. So now I can keep victimizing people. All right, guys. Damn. Daryl just called me. Anyway, if you're coming to Philly, please, please, please come. Like I said, you're not going to be in danger. I know Philly's like on fire right now. I promise you. Like I go to the neighborhoods that are like the scary ones, and I'm still alive. But this isn't gonna be that. Like, we're not gonna be like, you know what I mean? We're not gonna be like around the way. Like, we're gonna go to a safe area. Police are gonna be there. It's a lot of, it's a nice public park. It's around, monuments and stuff like that. You're gonna be safe. Safety is a top priority. You don't have to speak. You can if you want to. I'm going to bring people who are from the city, who aren't necessarily activists, but they're like with the shits, okay? And we're, you know what I mean? Like, so I can guarantee you, so long as I'm there, so long as it's my city, women are not going to get hurt. That much I can promise, okay? Trust me. I'm already on it. They asked me about security. They asked me about bringing people. I'm like, oh, you need people. Oh, I can get you people. And I'll get you people that are like with the shits, that are like not fucking playing around when it comes to, if I'm saying like these are older women, we've got disabled women, we've got elderly women, we just got women who just straight up aren't fighters. We've just got timid women, quiet women, polite women who really aren't sitting there trying to fight with a man. Can you help us with that? Can you stand in between them? Because we got people who want to not only shout them down, but who want to put their hands on them. And they're like, I got you. Okay, so I promise. And, even if you want to stand off to the side and just watch and get an idea of what it is, I would love to see you. Usually afterwards, we kick it and get together and all that sort of stuff. Thank you so much, Lisa. I appreciate you. Fenwick chick. I like that. Exactly. I love it. Damn. He keeps calling me and I don't hear it. Sorry. My boyfriend's trying to call me. All right. I'm going to come back. I might do another stream. Do you guys want another stream like on a topic? I know I've been going for a little while, but I want to get back up to speed. I'm also working on, I know I'm late to the game, but I'm going to work on when Dylan Mulvaney went to the White House. I know you guys have probably already seen it, whatever, but I want to go through it because I got some things to say about it. And like that whole thing is like, okay, yeah. But yeah, I just want to say I miss you guys. I appreciate you guys. Thanks for rocking with me. Thanks for sticking by the channel. We're going to keep growing. If I ever go on hiatus, just know I'm always coming back. I'm never leaving you guys. Like, we're going to rock this all the way to the end, okay? And I just want, it's time. I'm so tired of like the lies and the insanity. It's so time that we just start getting like, we just start being brave. So yeah, let's see. Strange Chaseo says, thank God this crap didn't exist when I was 13. They would have trans me so fast. They aren't going to be any lesbians in their 40s, 20 years from now. I think of my best friend, Marielle. It's funny because people always used to think it was funny we were friends because it was like, I was always like, had this like bold style and she was always so much more of like a tomboy. She had 3 older brothers. She's not a lesbian, but she was always just like a big tomboy. And like, I could just totally imagine her getting pushed towards this, especially if like her parents and her brothers and if everybody around her, kids don't know what they don't know, and kids, look up to people. They need us to guide them. That's literally the point. And if we're all pushing them towards something, of course they're gonna be like, oh, well, yeah, maybe this makes sense. So yeah, I'm gonna, you know what I think I'm gonna do? I'm gonna finish working on my Dylan video, rather than do another live stream, because I feel like this was good for today, and so I can give you guys like a good video, so as like sort of like a I'm back in action, sort of thing. So I love you guys. Contact me if you need anything. November 13th, Sunday. Please, please, please come out. We need you. I'm also not positive I'm going to New York, but I'm going to do my best to make it happen. Email me at a slightlytwistedfemale@gmail.com if you have any questions about Philadelphia. You know, it's kind of like a push and pull between giving too much information and also trying to keep it private so that they can't track us. So, you know, we kind of like gotta like be a little bit stealthy with the details and stuff like that. That's why we don't always like post it out there like crazy with the exact time, exact spot. Yeah. So anyway, all right. I love you guys. I will be back with a video soon. All right. And thank you to everybody who went out to DC today. You guys are brave and amazing. And I will see you guys on the flip side. Bye-bye.